Hey everyone, Batman with Starseed here. Today we're going to be going over how to use Starseed Automate for the first time to manage your liquidity positions. Specifically, we're going to go over how to sell, or rather get rid of your tokens through a liquidity pool on Meteora. This is perfect for people who want to exit their token positions without damaging the chart. And as an added bonus, you get to get a little fees on the side. The one caveat with this method is that it does require there to be buying volume in order to be scaled out of your position. So to get started, you'll want to use a Solana wallet and sign into Starseed. In this case, I'm using Phantom. Once you're signed in, you'll want to navigate to the Automate tab up top and generate a wallet. These wallets are hosted on Starseed, and every wallet generated or imported is protected by an industry standard AES 256 encryption. For this demonstration, I'll only be using the wallet generated by Starseed, but of course, feel free to import a wallet of your choosing or even export this to your Phantom wallet or any Solana wallet that you're using. First, we'll want to fund this wallet. So I'm going to copy over the address here, and I'm going to send 0.2 Sol over to it. So now that I sent the Sol over, I'll also want to send over the tokens that I want to scale out of. In this case, I'll be scaling out of the MET tokens here. However, just imagine this is whatever token you want to exit, as the steps will be the same. And as you can see here, under our token holdings widget on the Automate page, we have all our tokens here. So we have our Sol and we have our MET. So now that our Automate account is all set up, let's create an order where we exit our tokens through a dynamic liquidity market making pool, or DLMM for short. We have a very easy setup here that is great for those that want to quickly exit a position without much effort or LPing knowledge, and we call that scale out. You can access this feature right through the token holdings widget here, and by clicking the scale icon next to any token that you want to exit. This will open up a window where you can select the amount you want to exit and the specific strategy. We give you 3 strategies to choose from. We got slow and steady, medium, and fast. Slow and steady will capture about a 10% gain in the token before fully exiting the position. This will go about selling most of your tokens towards the higher end of your range so you can get more bang for your buck. Medium will capture a 5% linear gain, and fast will capture a 1% gain and try to get you out of the position the quickest. To better demonstrate this, let's look at this chart for MET. As you can see, a 1% gain would scale you out very quickly. A 5% gain, less so, and a 10% gain captures a pretty nice range here. Now, if you want to capture more than 10%, you will need to either open up a custom DLM position on Starseed or Meteora in order to capture that gain. We'll go over how to do that right after we complete this scale out order. So for this demonstration, I'll go with the medium option just because I want to capture a bit more upside while still getting out of these tokens relatively quickly. I'll also only be selling 50% of my tokens in this specific pool. I'm going to go ahead and create the bot right now. Once this is set, you will see the Scale-Out bot is active under the Active Bots tab. We give each position its own unique bot and server, so this will run indefinitely until the position's parameters are met. In this case, once it goes out of range to the upside. Once that happens, the position will be closed and all the SOL you gain from exiting those tokens through the DLMM will be returned to your wallet. We made it as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get started with Meteora. But say you want to exit a position and capture a more than 10% gain. You can easily do that by opening up a custom position. Keep in mind, for this step, you can either open up the DLMM position on Starseed, but if you wanted to open it up outside of Starseed, you will want to either export your created wallet or import one that you are using. For demonstration purposes, I'll be opening it up on Meteora and have already exported my Automate created wallet to Phantom. The beauty of Starseed Automate is that no matter where you open a DLMM position, you can automate it with our platform. Let's go ahead and find a good Met pool. And keep in mind, these are the same steps you'll want to follow for any token that you want to exit. First, we'll want to paste our token address into the search box here on Meteora. This will filter out all the top pools. Typically, it's one of the token Sol pools, in this case, Met Sol. And when we click on that, I'll want to go into one of the top 3 pools typically. Here, I'll be going into the 20 bin step 0.2% fee pool. If you would like to know what that means, you can check out our educational series called Starseed Academy, where we go over these topics in greater depth. However, with automation, you can typically set it and forget it, which is what we're about to do. So now that we're on the pool page, you'll want to navigate over to Add Position, and this is where you'll see how much of the token you have. For the demonstration purposes, I'm just going to max it out because I want to get rid of all these tokens. In this particular pool, I can capture up to a almost 15% gain to the upside in a single position. Now I can increase this to capture a 20%, 30%, or even a 100% plus gain. However, opening additional positions would incur additional fees through Meteora's end, some of which could be non-refundable. So for this, I'm just going to stick with a standard 14.78%. And I'm going to keep it as spot, so it's a nice linear exit from this token. So once we're good with this, I'm going to go ahead and add the liquidity and confirm. And this will open up a position on Meteora. Once a position is created on Meteora, it will then appear on Starseed under your Open Positions tab. Just remember, if you're doing this method of opening custom pools, you'll need to switch back over to the wallet that you first used to sign into Starseed. So now you will go under the Open Positions widget on the Automate tab on Starseed. Here, you'll be able to select custom automation strategies on the position that we just opened. As you can see by the red light here, there are no automation strategies currently running on it. In order to start an automation strategy, you'll want to click this little lightning bolt here to create a bot. From this window, you'll be able to select custom automation strategies on the position we just opened. Everything from take profit stop loss orders to something we call auto exit. Since we're exiting our tokens, we'll want to go with the auto exit option. This works similarly to our earlier scale out setup, where this bot will close the position as soon as this is out of range to the upside, meaning all your tokens have been converted to SOL, and once that happens, that SOL will then be sent to your wallet. Here, for the configuration, we'll want to uncheck exit on the lower end because we only want this to close when it scales us out to the upside. So we'll want to also convert all our fees and everything in this position to SOL once it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and create this auto exit bot. And as we see under open positions, the icon next to our Met Sol pool is currently green, which means we have our auto exit bot currently running on it. Once again, we see with Starseed Automate that LPing is as easy as clicking a few buttons. So get started today and just Starseed it.